A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a bold move reflecting rising tensions in the Middle East, the UK government has announced a series of sanctions against Israel and suspended trade negotiations in response to the ongoing humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Foreign Secretary David Lammy made the announcement on Tuesday, condemning the Israeli government's actions as monstrous and morally unjustifiable. This decision comes amid alarming reports from the UN indicating that up to 14,000 Palestinian babies could die by the end of the week if urgent humanitarian aid is not allowed into Gaza. The UK, alongside France and Canada, has been vocal in its criticism of Israel's military operations and the 11-week blockade that has severely limited the flow of essential supplies to the region. The sanctions imposed by the UK include financial restrictions and travel bans on 3 individuals and 4 entities linked to the settler movement, which has been accused of inciting violence against Palestinian communities. Prominent settler leader Daniela Weiss is among those targeted, following a surge in settler violence that has resulted in over 1,800 attacks on Palestinian communities since the start of the year. Lammy's remarks in Parliament were met with heated exchanges, particularly from Conservative Shadow Foreign Secretary Dame Priti Patel, who argued that the UK's actions could be seen as supportive of Hamas. However, Lammy firmly rejected this notion, stating, "We must call this what it is, extremism. It is dangerous, it is repellent, it is monstrous, and I condemn it in the strongest possible terms." The UK has not provided lethal military equipment to Israel since October 2023. Having previously suspended numerous arms licenses due to concerns that such equipment could be used in violations of international humanitarian law. Despite this, parts for fighter jets remain unsuspended, leading to a high court challenge from human rights groups seeking to halt these sales. The situation in Gaza has continued to deteriorate, with reports of starvation and a looming humanitarian crisis. The UK government's recent sanctions and suspension of trade talks are seen as a direct response to the lack of progress towards a ceasefire and the increasing frustration expressed by MPs and the public alike. Lammy emphasized that the Israeli government's actions are isolating the country from its allies and partners, stating, "The Netanyahu government's actions have made this necessary." As the crisis unfolds, the UK government has pledged to take further action if the situation does not improve, and discussions regarding the recognition of Palestine are ongoing. With diplomatic tensions rising and humanitarian needs escalating, the international community is closely watching how these developments will unfold in the coming days and weeks. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.